Good evening and welcome to Rebels Radio pre-match Burnham interview with joint Slough Town managers John Underwood and Neil Baker. How are you, boys?
Very good, very good. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, getting excited?
Yeah, very much so, very much so.
Excellent. So how's training been this week? What have you done on the 2 nights?
It's been very good. It's been very good actually. We worked quite hard Tuesday. Did kind of a normal pre-season session Tuesday. Tonight we've kind of just scaled it back a little bit. We've not been so kind of intense tonight in the training. A few of the lads the lads who are suspended and lads who've been out injured and missed a chunk of pre-season did some extra running at the end. But the lads that have played a lot recently and will then be starting Saturday finished a little bit earlier just to make sure we didn't do too much tonight. Yeah,
and working a bit on set plays, things like that.
Yeah, we did that Tuesday. Obviously, we take a lot of pride in set pieces, and so we worked on those on Tuesday. It's always important to that the lads know them inside out, and they'll do that. They'll know that come Saturday.
And some new faces. Well, one new face particularly this week with Daryl Thomas signing. How's he got on in training?
Yeah, very good. He hadn't done any kind of football specific training for a few weeks because he's been sorting out his move. He's been up and down from Nottingham, so he was a little bit, by his own admission, a little bit rusty fitness wise Tuesday, and it was a tough session Tuesday, but I think that did him a lot of good because he came back very sharp tonight. Did a lot of finishing tonight, and his finishing was excellent. To be fair, he looked very good tonight. So yeah, very pleased to have him with us. He's in the squad Saturday, and I think he'll be a good addition.
What other news is there about the squad on Saturday?
Not a huge amount. Obviously we've got the Sean Fraser obviously still away. Eddie Smith and Luke both suspended, and then obviously Warren, who's slightly longer term at the moment. He had an MRI scan done yesterday, so we're hopeful to get the results tomorrow or Monday. But other than that, it'll be the people that have been with us for the last couple of weeks. I think Adam Cornell will probably enter the fray into the squad as well as he trained tonight. But we'll have a good 16, and we'll obviously have players ready to come back after the sort of first and second games, and that will then give us real competition for places.
What news do you have about, say, Scott Harris, Jake Parsons?
Scott's obviously played 20 minutes against Leatherhead on Saturday, then got the all clear and trained Tuesday and Thursday. And I have to say he was super. Well, he's been excellent in training this week. He looks really sharp. So we're absolutely delighted with him. Similar thing with Jake. Really, Jake's come back and trained Tuesday and Thursday this week. And look good in training. To be honest, he's showing no signs of his injury from the Marlow game, which is positive. It's just the probably general fitness for Jake, which is something that we've got to try and do. And similar with Hatchett, really. They're both going to probably need games over the next sort of coming few weeks.
Okay, so maybe handing out a few debuts for some of the new boys. How excited are they?
Yeah, I think they are. I think. Some of the new lads we've brought in have done very well in the last couple of friendlies in particular. I know people have talked a lot about George Frith and Alex. They've been with us a good few weeks now, which is good. And this week again they've trained twice with us, so they're really fitting in. Players like playing with other good players, and if lads come in and they show their quality, then then people like that, and they're good lads, they're honest lads, they work hard, they do the right things. So yeah, those two have fitted in very well. I mean, we've talked previously about Reese and Luke Knight, who were obviously with us from the start of pre-season, and they've fitted in very well. It feels like they've been with us a long time already. So it's a good squad, it's a good happy squad. We've been delighted with both sessions this week. So we've had our problems, we've still got our problems with a few missing, but we're really pleased with what we're putting out on Saturday, and we're all looking forward to it.
What expectations do you have for Saturday?
Well, the only expectation sort of that we sort of require is that the lads will work hard. As long as we go in and put a shift in, then we can't ask too much more of them. You can never guarantee to win any game of football. and Burnham's no different. It's a big local derby. I'm sure Gary will be getting his side, really up for the game, and it'll be a ding dong. I mean, I always find the first game of the season normally it doesn't really show where you necessarily are. It's sometimes about trying to grind out a result. We did it a couple of years ago. We didn't do it last year, so hopefully we can try and get a result on the opening day. But it's not be all and end all to win the game. But obviously we'd like to start with 3 points.
And obviously coming up against Gary Meakins after facing him twice last year at Sycob, how do you think his side will play, and what have you kind of learnt about them over the last few weeks?
Well, we've obviously kept an eye on who Burnham have signed, and they've signed a good chunk of players from Beaconsfield, and we know a few others that they've got there that were there already. So I think we know a fair amount about them. They know a fair amount about us. I don't think there'll be too many surprises, but we understand they might have one or two missing as well. So until we see their team sheet, we don't know exactly what they're going to be putting out. I think similar with us. I don't think they'll know for sure what we're going with till they see us. So they'll, we'll see what we're up against. We've got our way of playing. We know how we're going to be playing, what formation and what team we're putting out. So
do you want to share that?
Nope, we'll keep that to ourselves. But and whatever we see on their team sheet won't make us change anything, and I'm sure they'd say the same. They'll have a game plan they'll go in with, and so do we. There won't be a lot in it, I'm sure. I think it'll be a close game. We probably owe Gary one from last year from his time at Beaconsfield, but it's that goes out the window. It's all about we want to start with a win. You always want to start the season with a win. If you get beat on the opening day, you come away, it's a real downer. It doesn't impact the rest of the season, but you want to get that win. You want to start off with a flyer. You'll dream about being in those top few positions come the end of the month. I think we've got 7 league games in August, so you want to get off to a cracking start. There's 21 points to play for, so we're aiming to start with a win Saturday. Yeah,
and then obviously some news today, and it looks like the clash against Hereford will definitely go ahead. Quite a big trip on Tuesday.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's a great ground to be going to. At Hereford, both myself and John played there in the conference, and it's a big, it's a massive club. They were playing League One football probably four years ago. Obviously they've got untold amounts of problems at the moment, and it sounds like the fans will be boycotting the games and whatever else. And listen, that's down to them. At the end of the day, it's 11 players versus 11 players on a football pitch, and we'll have to deal with whatever comes our way in terms of the travel down or up, and we'll go there and give a good account of ourselves.
Well, I'm sure you're both going to be overexcited and nervous in the next kind of 48 hours up until the game. How are you going to while away the time, apart from talking to one another, obviously?
Got a day's work to do tomorrow, and then maybe a beer or two tomorrow night, and then we'll look forward to it. I'm sure it will drag. Everyone gets excited about the first game, but I'm sure it will come round soon enough, and we just got to make sure we're not there at 5 o'clock regretting anything. Lads, treat it as a cup final and see if we can get a good win to start with.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time, gents. Look forward to going to the game on Saturday and watching a great game, hopefully with Slough coming out on top. And I'll speak to you shortly.
Lovely. Cheers, John.
Cheers, John.